Now, I don't know
There
if
we
any
go.
of you appreciate the fact that Bon Jovial actually did that music himself. That's like a total Bon Jovial exclusive just for us gunkers.
Did all the instruments.
Everything. He did everything.
Everything. All the instruments.
Everything. Welcome to Wednesday, November 29th. Yes, we are starting a little bit even early for ourselves.
Hey.
I know Dennis loves it because, he has to wake up at God's hour too. Well, for various and sundry reasons, but he also does the listening thread for us. So,
Even though he's off tomorrow. Oh, thank Christ.
even
I
though
wish
he's
he was off next week, but oh
we
well.
didn't go from 9 to 8. We kind of went in the middle to like 8:30 because sometimes the show used to be like an hour, then it goes to an hour and a half. Next thing you know, it's 2 hours, then it's 2:15, then it's 2.5. And it's incredibly difficult to go to sleep right after doing this stupid show. You're
yeah.
all awake, you're all jazzed, and it just gets really, really hard.
Going to sleep at getting off the show at 11:20, and then trying to go to sleep and get that solid 5.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, no,
Impossible.
no. As much as I love everyone out there, Jesus, I need a little bit of sleep.
So although 8:00 is not where we really want to be, 8:30 is definitely the
That's
spot.
a sweet spot. I had to leave the bar. I had to leave the bar early today. It sucked.
Such a John thing to say. As everyone does.
Hey, I'm drinking wine tonight. Yes, Merlot Nero Diavolo.
Wine keeps me up. This is one of the problems. I had stopped drinking for such a long time, and now that I've introduced wine back into my life,
Don't ask.
that sugar just is a killer. It's just
I can only drink half a bottle. I drink any more than half a bottle. It makes me a little jazzed.
No, I don't have the consumption again. I was actually eating. I got a BOGO on those little pretzels that have peanut butter in them, and they're very delicious.
Good Christ!
So it might have sounded a little stuffy.
Yes, Crazy Robin, wine. I'm Italian. Yes, I'll drink wine.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
Like wine.
So I send the email as I usually do to the boys, and I say in it in big letters, 8 p.m. tonight, because I need to do a hard out by 9:30. 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. tonight. And as you can see, the boys didn't pay attention. So there's that. So let's start with something of interest to us. And we talked about it the other day when Bradley Cooper was in. Bradley had the people from Sirius come to his apartment and set up for him. Right. Although it's like a hotel, weirdly enough. Let me put the picture up.
There's the picture.
Yes, that's why I have this
here. That's the Brambles. That literally is the Brambles.
That is not the Brambles.
Yes, it is. That's the Brambles. Isn't that the bridge where they do the homosexual?
No. You know what a simpleton Howard is. He literally and took a picture of the bridge. So doesn't Bradley look like he's in a hotel though? Those look like hotel blinds.
Yeah, those are really cheap. That's some cheap wallpaper and some really cheap window dressing.
Nonetheless, there's the Howard painting of Central Park.
No, it's not a painting. It's a print. It's not
print.
a real painting.
Limited edition, limited to 25, and that's what Bradley got as a gift for him coming.
I swear that's the Brambles.
It could be the okay.
I think it is the Brambles. Come on,
not the Brambles. I'll give you the Brambles, but I don't think it is. That's just
come on, it's Howard. Where does he know in Central Park?
Okay, so there's that. Was there something else I wanted to show you? Oh, we'll go to it in a second. Hold on. So without the other boys, sorry for you guys, but weirdly enough today, Howard started the show talking about old people text versus young text, and I don't really understand why, and I don't understand who would even talk to him about something like this. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. So here's how he started the show.
There's so much to talk about.
So much.
I was just having I was just having a fascinating discussion with our staff about how old people text and how young people text. I like your shirt. That's a nice little blouse. Did you go shopping? This is new.
I ordered this and I thought, nice. That's kind of colorful for me, but you like it.
Yeah, I like it.
That's what she was wearing today.
That's what she was wearing today.
That's colorful?
It's a little bit of color. Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what you get.
The only color I see is her.
First off, Howard does in fact look fat. Like he does.
He looks.
like he gained some weight.
He looks like Emily. He does look like Emily.
Kind of does
Jesus.
a little bit like him. I mean, I'm not
Oh
gonna
my God.
stupid ass
And
clip.
here's Mr. Wang. Oh Christ.
Yeah, this was like that whole JD and Chris Wilding thing.
So
And
wait,
now
why does JD and Chris Wilding not have to and Case and Japan, why aren't they in the office? Why does Gary have to be at the office?
I don't know that Gary necessarily has to be at the office.
But why is he there? These three
So,
aren't.
okay, so this is from this morning. Maybe Wednesday is the day that they are home. Maybe that's how the schedule works.
Oh
And
yeah, because Wednesday just it's the end of the week.
everybody's
Huh?
Friday. It's everybody's Friday. So yeah, so that's Robin looking
Oh.
fetching and look at she's so proud of herself. She's so happy. She's so cute. She's so cute.
She looks like Harry Carey with a red wig on.
I don't know what happened to Howie's wig. Let me take a look at it. Let me see.
Wait, Harry. Oh my God. It looks oh dear Christ.
Let me see if I can
Ooh. This thing looks better than that. Oh my God.
Okay, he looks a little puffy. No, am I wrong on this? Does he look weird?
Puffy. But look at the wig though. The hair that quote unquote hair. It looks really bad. I mean, like he put it on in the dark.
It does. It does. And greetings and welcome, Goisermass, to the family that you've always had. I'll put it that way. Happy to see you. And
Wow.
and yeah,
he looks really disturbing there. I mean, he looks really disturbing.
All right, so let's continue with texting because he thinks that he texts like a young person.
Young person?
Right? He's puffy, right, Soma? This is what I say.
He looks bloated. I mean, seriously, like
he does.
Almost like alcohol, like you would say with alcohol bloat, but he doesn't drink
No,
allegedly.
like what a frighteningly skinny anorexic human being on steroids might look like.
Oh, if he's taking prednisone.
Oh, interesting. Now, why would he take prednisone? Why would that happen?
Usually it's for inflammation. You take prednisone. Because that's why Robin's so huge. She's definitely on prednisone for the
if
for
you
the cancer.
Something for inflammation, but then it makes you puffy. Where's the point in that? Like, how does
it reduces the inflammation. It's a kind of a weird thing. You retain water.
Oh, Mike White said he took it for gout. I know he does look sick, right? I just think that he doesn't.
He does not look good for a 69-year-old man. I mean, I hate that sounds weird, but he doesn't look good for a 69-year-old man. He looks like somebody that's like 92.
Indeed.
I mean, he looks bad. I mean, seriously bad.
Let's hear what texting like a young person sounds like. Here we go.
Oh, fuck.
No, we were talking. I didn't, I this is something that's I never put any thought into, but
no,
young people can tell when old people are texting. For example, this is what I've learned.
This is what he learned.
Like, do you? Now, I didn't know. Now, by the way, I must be texting like a young person because, when you text certain people, you can tell whether they read your text.
Yes.
Okay. If you're old, you leave that turned on. That I can see this person read my text. If you're young, you turn that thing off, which I do. I don't want people knowing that I read their text because.
Okay. In
what
world? So you don't have an Apple, right? You don't have an iPhone.
No, I have an Android because I like freedom.
Has an iPhone knows to take read off. Like everybody knows that.
Right.
I mean, how else are you going to lie to somebody and say, "Oh my God, I just saw this now"? You can't. You can't. This is the read thing. Okay. You stupid man. I cannot believe on November 29th of 2023, you are learning this. This is just kind of
I actually today, after listening to him, I downgraded him to a 59 IQ. He may be the stupidest son of a bitch I've ever heard on any media. He really is dumb. He makes Terry Bradshaw look like a friggin' Rhodes Scholar. I mean, he is stupid.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what we get. So he was talking about his day and how horrible it is. And I don't in G Canada, I think you actually have to turn that on. And it's not something that you have to turn off. It's something that you have to turn on so that people get a notification that you actually opened up your phone, looked at your text, and read the actual text. And who needs that? Oh, yes, you got a texting coach. That's exactly right. Okay. So he has a horrible day scheduled for today, you guys, and you need to know all about it. By the way, this is actually exciting. We might even be able to get through this whole show by 9:00. Here's his schedule for a horrible day.
That's my excited face.
Yeah, that was very cute. Hi, you always say this, and I never put you up there, but hi, Jared. Where are you? Hi, Jared from Oregon Dunes. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, here we go.
Life who insist that we make an appointment to talk. And my life is so busy, and I'm so like today is going to be the most horrible day. I have something scheduled every 45 minutes to.
All right, listen how horrible it is. Wait till you hear. Wait till you hear.
Every 45 minutes. Okay.
Wait till you hear.
To an hour.
Wow.
This is the most relaxing part of my day. So I don't.
Your show that you get paid $90 million a year for is your most relaxing part of the day. Okay.
You running that you have.
Just listen to this.
Okay, today, I got to shrink. I'm gonna.
Okay, so maybe that's an hour. Let's go 45 minutes. Go.
45 minutes.
Work out. I'm gonna
work out.
Okay.
Half hour?
Half
Let me give you an hour. I'll give you an hour.
That body.
meet my wife for a walk.
Meet my wife for a walk. As if where are you meeting her? Where are you meeting her? Central Park? Where are you meeting her? Meeting my wife for a walk. He walks 2 miles. That can't take more than okay. I'll give you an hour.
I'm
An
gonna
hour to walk 2 miles?
have a meeting with someone
He shuffles.
scheduled. By the time
He's got no meeting. You had no meeting. You just made that shit up.
there hasn't been a free minute.
No, you just made that shit up.
Have a meeting with someone scheduled. By the time dinner time comes, there hasn't been a free minute.
Okay, so dinner time's at 4:30.
He ended at 10:30.
He ends at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. So 6 hours until dinner. And in those 6 hours, he's going to go to the shrink. He's going to talk to his shrink, take a walk, and work out.
And eat lunch.
Yes, Farmer Justin. Meeting does, in fact, have a broad range of meanings.
3 hours worth of garbage. And yeah.
Exactly, Robert Smithers. Yeah, I would say it takes me about 20, 25 minutes to walk a mile. I think that's probably about average for most people. But he shuffles, don't forget. He can barely walk. He's a shuffler. He doesn't walk. He does not walk.
No, there's no way. There's no way he walks. Not with that physique.
Not with that hump. All right, let's talk about emojis now because that's really incredibly interesting.
Are you serious?
I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, my first 5 or 6 clips are about this. He went on about this for like
it was painful. I came in a little late and
it was brutal. Okay, here we go.
We're old. We text like old people. The other thing is, do you use the smile emoji?
Yes.
Me too. Now that's considered
over.
Cool again. For a while it was over, but now you're back in because the smile emoji's okay. There's a whole thing with the emojis, like, will you with stuff?
Well, it comes up when you hit, when you put your.
Wow. Okay, you guys.
What?
You guys, we are listening to the downfall of this show. We are listening to 2 people, 70-year-olds, talk and it's so funny because I literally called the local community center here not too long ago, and I asked them if I could do a seminar for the elderly, just on how not to get ripped off. Because so many people get sucked into so many stupid things. They don't know how to use their phones. They pay. They buy these Google Play cards for people. They think that Microsoft is calling them. I mean, it's just such a shit show.
Exactly.
And the woman has the balls to say to me, she's like, "Oh, I think we're doing a seminar on that this year, so I have it covered. So if you want to talk to me, maybe sometime in January, February." I'm like, I'm just trying to help the elderly, just trying to help you guys out. But this is the elderly. This is,
I describe this as, radio broadcast, actually a podcast from Grey Gardens. This is Grey Gardens. I mean, this is literally Grey Gardens.
Yes.
This
Hand
is a
over
retirement
the
home.
text, and so they have those different things: the heart, the fun thumbs up, the ha ha, and the exclamation point.
Well, I know what it does, but do you use haha?
Why?
Very rare.
I use haha, and it turns out that's okay.
Why do we care? Why does anybody
What in
care?
the actual what is what is a ha ha? I don't even know what the hell a ha ha is. What's
Was
a
he
ha ha?
trying to say LOL? I'm not really sure.
I mean, it's LOL would end up being one of the laughy things, but I'm like,
do you think
ha
Robin,
ha.
do you think that Robin uses the thumbs up emoji that's actually yellow, like for Chinese people?
Oh,
Because
absolutely. I guarantee that. I guarantee that.
I'm pretty sure you
I'm
guys
pretty sure she
know that if you're on the smileys, okay, so if you're on the smileys, this is Dennis and John. So if you're on the smileys, all you have to do is press down hard on the
Ooh, press hard.
thumbs, and you see all the different colored people that you can be. And that,
Yes, I do it all the time. We have fun. I have fun with that.
yeah, I do too.
I
I
did
do
too. I'll be honest about it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look up what ha ha is.
Okay.
All right.
And what
Are
emoji?
you serious?
What?
Okay, so this is what ha ha is when you go on to the emojis and you
So
do the
it's
search.
crying smile. What's all the crying?
There's a cat laughing, and then there's all different there's a laughing, a crying laughing, a squinting laughing, a slightly crying laughing, and then a laughing, and then a cat laughing. All right. So
That's
I have no idea
I don't know what he's
what
trying
this
to say.
what he's trying to say. I have no idea what ha is.
I agree with you. He's like the stupidest human being.
He's a
Unfortunately, I
59.
can't show you guys my thumbs up from here because we're on StreamYard, but Lady Boss, I use pretty much the same color that you have there. It's slightly not black, slightly almost more Hispanic. I don't know.
Actually, what I do is if something's really stupid, like somebody sends something to me and it's really stupid, I do the face palm, but in all the colors because everybody thinks it's ridiculous.
Everybody hates the face palm.
Everybody's just like,
Everybody hates the face palm. Hello. Oh,
oh, it's Mr. Whiskers.
look
What the
Hi.
hell?
What is that, Xavier? What?
Cat?
Hello.
A cat?
I,
A
we
cat
can't
taking a picture of himself in the mirror?
Is it
Oh.
an AI cat?
No, no.
It's an AI cat. It's an AI cat.
Here,
All right,
here.
so we're right in the middle of Howard teaching us about emojis
Okay. Oh, hang on.
and texting.
Oh, he's gone now.
Oh, I don't know, maybe he's fixing his avatar. Do we wait for him?
Ha
Do
ha.
we ha ha
Ha, not LOL. Ha ha.
ha ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha ha.
So now he's telling us about emojis with his granddaughter. I mean, this is just a horrible show today, you guys. This is and
We're making the best we can of this. It's
yeah,
really
for those who
terrible.
missed out, the reason we're doing 8:00 is because I have to do a hard out 9:30, and I have to get to sleep. That's it. Okay, so
Same
that's
here.
why I'm doing this, and there's not a lot of clips. What are the odds John comes on at 8:30, not even knowing that we were supposed to start at 8? Quack quack.
Quack quack.
Listen, granddaughter, ready?
I tell you, when my granddaughter was here, all she wants to do is play emoji with me, and then like she emojis me every minute. I'm like, bing, 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 and it's like 50,000 emojis, and then I'm having emoji her back. But I found a lot of cool emojis. Like there's a dinosaur emoji, there's a monster emoji. But what am I going to do? Sit there and look for emojis?
Study.
What?
What are you saying?
What are you talking about?
Monster emojis?
Talking about?
They play
Is he talking about his
emojis?
phone?
They play
I mean, what-
emoji. How do you play
In
an
what context
emoji?
is he talking about emojis?
He started.
We don't know.
We don't know. That's why we're saying, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but
Yes, Jeremy Harrelson. We did call it about a year ago. Once Howard actually started mentioning his granddaughter, he wouldn't shut up about her. He's talking about how he plays emojis with his granddaughter.
Plays
I don't know what
emojis.
that means. I don't know what that means.
okay.
Did you hear it? Did you hear the clip?
I don't have to.
Oh, yes, you do. Here we go.
It's insane.
All she wants to do is play emoji with me, and
Play
then like she
emoji with
emojis me, and every minute I'm like bing, 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 and it's like 50,000 emojis,
Bing,
and I'm
bing,
have to emoji
bing.
her back. But I found a lot of cool emojis. Like there's a dinosaur emoji, there's a monster emoji. But what am I going to do there and look for emojis?
Study.
Wow. Okay. So everybody also
Welcome to
knows-
1996.
also just take a look at Howard on the screen and look at how puffy and weird he looks. That's just there for your viewing pleasure.
That's there for entertainment value.
It's probably up for like a 40,000 mile like inspection and rotation. So.
It's
And
good
then
for
also-
maintenance
And then here's the picture that Howard took
in the
Central
brambles.
Park to Bradley Cooper in the brambles. Exactly. All right. You're caught up now. Now you are officially caught up. You are
Wow.
officially okay. You missed nothing.
Oh, I love it, Benjamin. I play emoji with myself sometimes while gunking.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, Benjamin, how do you make that statement and not
Wait. Isn't this kid like 3?
3 years old.
Or
Well,
2?
is she 3?
So how is he communicating with her?
Well, she probably has her mother's phone and she likes to see the stupid little
Yeah,
cartoons,
but I mean-
and then so that's how she communicates with her grandfather. Okay.
I mean, best
all I
case
have.
scenario, she's got FaceTime on an iPad.
Yes, okay.
That's probably
Listen,
what's going on.
I'm not even looking into it at all. We just played 5
This
clips
is
of
insane.
talking about how old people text versus young people, and that he texts like a young person.
He texts like a young person because he
Communicate
uses
with grandchild
emojis.
by using
Oh,
emojis.
right on.
Okay. Now you're up to date. That's all you get.
Right on.
So yesterday, if you recall, Beth came downstairs with a little bit of a sniffle, and we all felt so horrible for her because, of course, she then had to call Dr. Agus to make sure that it was still okay for her to get her shingles shot, because it's very important you ask Dr. Agus if you can do this. And he said, of course, yes.
Who's a
go take-
cancer doctor? Because
Yeah, because cancer doctor who's coming out.
because cancer doctor.
Because cancer doctor, and she was afraid to go because she had the little sniffle, so she was of course going to text Dr. Agus yet again to make sure it was okay for her to get her shingles shot while she was sick. So here's the story. Which emoji for grandpa? Oh, remind me to tell you guys about the puppet too, because I did some extra research. Okay, Beth couldn't get her shingles vaccine. Here we go.
So she turned 51, time to get the shingles vaccine. And she went over to our pharmacy.
So our pharmacy
Oh.
has to be CVS, Walgreens, Duane Reade. There's no mom and pop anymore unless they're compound pharmacies. So the odds of them going to a compound pharmacy are slim and none. So let's go with one of the big 3. Thank you, Josh Foster. Is it possible Howard has been thinking that if he dies while on air, we'll give him some sort of cool cachet? He has to have thought about it at least.
Oh, absolutely. I'll run with that.
I like
I'll
it.
run with that. Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll, only the good die young.
High number. I love high number. It's officially old Jewish grandma radio. Yes.
Yes.
This is what this is. Nana. This is Nana talking.
Yes. Okay, so let's continue with her shingles predicament.
He went over to our pharmacy where we do business, waited on the fucking longest line. I guess the store was just busy that day.
Every single human being also knows that you can make an appointment at CVS, Walgreens, Duane Reade, etc. if you need to get a vaccine. Everybody knows this. Everybody.
Well, except
Hey, with
an
stuff.
idiot.
Wait. He gets up to the counter, and they say to her, "Oh, we
Wow.
can't give you the shingles vaccine. We're only allowed to give it to people over 60." So she came home all defeated, and I was defeated because it took me forever to get her to go get the vaccine.
Why? Why are you pushing her to get the shingles
Why?
vaccine?
Yeah, I mean, unless
The
you're
only reason I got it was because I was at my doctor's office and she said, "Have you gotten the shingles vaccine?" I'm
shouldn't
like,
get it unless you're predispositioned to get it. Why take a vaccine unless you need it?
well,
mean-
that's true, but you know what? This is 2 years ago, so I don't give a shit. I mean,
Oh, okay, because I'm not
Isn't he like pretty
predispositioned,
much
so
a
I'm not going to go
billionaire
get
at this
it.
point? And they
yes,
can't just go to a regular like freaking doctor and pay the actual bill.
No, of course not.
no,
This
no,
whole
because
CVS
Dr.
thing is
Angus lives in
preposterous.
LA, so the
It's
only time he gets
preposterous.
is when he comes in. They probably send him the blood test results so that he can like do it from afar. Like, I don't think that
There's zero chance this is real.
Oh, no, I have a feeling this isn't real either.
no, yesterday she said she was going in for her shingles vaccine.
What do
You know what, Jared? I am sorry for you that you've had shingles. I have a
Yeah.
girlfriend, a very good
It's
friend,
bad.
who gets shingles, and it's not only is it awful looking, but it looks painful. Like it really does look like
Usually it's on your torso and stuff, which is just
yeah, she had it on her back, and she couldn't
it's
even lay
uncomfortable.
back. Like she couldn't lay down. She couldn't do anything. It was horrific. And she used to get it on her hand a lot of times. It was kind
Yeah,
of
it's just it's really weird because it's so different than it's the same kind of thing as chicken pox, but it does it in really weird ways. I had chicken pox when I was 18. I was sick
oh wow,
for 2
that's late.
days. Yeah, I was sick for 2 days and that was it. I was done. And so
And I remember having it as a child, and it was really horrible. It was actually
I got it
really,
from a girlfriend. What do you want?
well, I probably got it from another 7-year-old, and then everybody kind of and you did
Do you guys play Ookie Mouth?
no, but the one
I
thing
did. That's how I got it.
Yes.
when I was a
A
little
lot of people
girl,
do Ookie Mouth.
don't pick on your face because you'll get scars. Don't ever touch
No.
a scab. I never, even to this day, I never pick a scab. Like I never pick anything because I'm afraid of getting
Frank
scars.
the Tank Shingles, a Yiddish dating service.
That's great.
That's
great.
just beautiful.
That is beautiful. That is, and you know what? I'm going to keep it right back here and use it one day for good and not evil. So thank you for that. So of course, this led into a whole conversation about shingles and what did he have to do? What did he have to do?
And I Googled, how old do you have to be to get the shingles vaccine? It says, big bold letters, United States government, whatever the thing is that they do, they go, anyone over 50 years old must get the shingles vaccine.
Must.
This is what
No, it's not true.
So this is what I mean. So I said to my wife, this isn't right.
This is what I mean.
So then I got in touch with Dr. Agus. He confirmed the fact that, yes,
Howie Brasco.
anyone over 50 should get the shingles.
Very important that not only do you Google it and find out that it's over 50, but then you have to ask Dr. Agus just in case everything else that you have read about is wrong. Now, I do know for a fact because I know somebody who had RSV and they were very, very sick. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll get the vaccine for RSV as opposed to the flu or any of that other shit. And they said, no, you can't get that until you're over like 60 or 61 or something like that. So maybe
Totally
that's what the person at CVS or whatever.
Hey, can I catch up? Hey, Arm, this is not AARP radio. I swear. This is actually the
It
Howard
sounds
Stern.
it, but it isn't.
It's the lines are a little fuzzy now. It's like you can listen to this and don't tell someone with this and say, hey, this is AARP radio. No one would doubt that.
Yeah.
I didn't read your little email. I took a little nappy. I saw Aqualung and I got the fuck in here. This is an Aqualung show in the comments. I did. I took a nap. I didn't see your email. I just didn't.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I know both of you. You both.
I read it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You sent it.
Let's
You're
get
covered.
back to AARP radio.
Got your little paper trail.
Yeah.
Got your little Apple TV paper trail over there.
Hey, well, I love this in the chat. Hey, retard. Can we talk about stool softeners next?
Yes, I think we can.
Oh,
It's going to be
bro,
coming soon.
We're so
haven't
close.
yet.
We're so close. We're just so close.
This is Rebel, bro. We didn't tell you it's a rebel from like the Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let me just finish
Jesus,
checking in
dude.
with Dr. Agus about
Old.
Hang on, let me just finish this.
Dr. Agus, he confirmed the fact that, yes, anyone over 50 should get the shingles vaccine. That is what I'm talking about. So I said to my wife, you got to go back to the pharmacy there and tell the head pharmacist they have bad information.
Oh, boy.
Does this guy have anything else to do but tend to these skeletwats all the time? Does he have any? Is he in the Hamptons?
Are you talking about Dr. Agus?
Agus,
Dr. Plagiarist? Dr. Plagiarist is out west.
Plagiarist, yes.
Dr. Plagiarist. He is a star effer's star effer.
He is
king
Howard
star
in
effer.
Dr. Form.
Yeah.
He really is.
Tells
He's
him
Howard in
everything he
Dr.
wants to
Form.
hear.
And yes, he's
Perpetuates his hypochondria.
and hypochondria.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's okay. So what you missed out on John, was the discussion about. I know Skeletwats was amazing. That was really,
Thanks.
yes, very very.
Aqualung, this is a real show? Yes, this is actually what they broadcast on Sirius XM.
Yes.
This is actually a show.
Monique said it best. They are the worst couple in the history of the planet. Those two, and
the
no
worst.
universe should they ever be together.
No.
They are pathetically alike at this point, and they deserve each other. They
Well,
really
that's what a
do.
beard does, right? They have to meld into what her gay husband
Well,
wants.
I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is that but Beefus really doesn't have any real personality of its own. I mean, it's really
no, it
kind of
doesn't.
devoid of
You're right.
everything.
You're right.
It's devoid of everything. So
No, I don't think that's true, Holden. You have to be over 60 for insurance to pay for shingles. I mean, I don't know.
I think
What does
50
it
I think
matter? They're
50 is-
rich. Even if that was true.
Yeah, even if you had to pay for it, what is it,
David's right.
$150?
She had
Really?
like a
Seriously?
$17,000 purse for the wedding rehearsal, but the shingle shot is all too expensive.
$5,000 shoes to
Christ.
go to the wedding, but
To
it can't pay for
To be
shingles.
fair, I did not get the COVID booster, nor was I going to. I haven't gotten the COVID shot since the COVID shot, but they wanted to charge me $275 for it. And I was like, oh, fuck no. There's no way I'm paying for that. And I had to pay like $40 for the flu shot because my health insurance does not cover these things. I don't know. Whatever.
Tone Cat 89, perfectly. This
Yeah.
guy had porn stars writing to Sibian 15 years ago. Now he's talking about shingles.
This is where we've come
Exactly. Like what happened to Carmen Electra's wet spot or Jenny McCarthy's
Exactly.
like pissing on herself. What happened to that show?
Yeah.
No, nothing. It's gone.
to. It's all
I
gone.
miss Tia Carrera.
All gone.
Come on, man.
I
What the
didn't
hell?
even care about that part of the show, but now I miss.
Dude,
Carmen
No, we
Electra.
miss it.
I didn't even care. That's my least favorite part
You
of the show.
didn't
Now I
you
miss.
didn't know you
But now
missed
we miss it
Now I miss it.
Yeah.
because this replaces it.
You did miss
He-
out though on the first 5 clips of him talking about how young people text versus how old.
Like, listen. If we were
sorry you
pitching this, listen,
Sorry.
Arm just came in. We were pitching this show to him, and he didn't know what we're doing. Hey, we're gonna do a show where we're gonna talk about granddaughters, emojis, and shingle shots. Are you in?
Yeah, if that was your Christmas Eve
No, like,
dinner
if you didn't
table,
know
you'd
anything about
walk
shows, I
out of the
told you
room
that.
and watch
Like,
TV.
walk
I know.
out of the room.
Yeah.
Well, we say this all the time. Try
Wait, it gets
pitching
better,
this show
though.
to a podcast company with this content.
Wait
And that,
Absolutely.
without his
Next.
name on it.
They would
That
laugh
was
you out
Tiger
of the
Lily's
room,
idea.
bro.
Yes, Jeremy. Yes, I will come over and let you spank me, Jeremy. I will do that.
Welcome the Sunflower Dragon.
yeah.
Yes, there was Jenny McCarthy.
Look
Who
who's
did that.
here, Johnny. Look who's here. Are you reading on the?
Where's your mask? I just
Look
saw
at
him in a.
Oh wow.
What the hell was
Look
it?
at that.
Oh, Pell
Yeah.
L. I love it. Osteoporosis coming up after the break.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would not
Oh
be
my
surprised.
God.
All right, let's move on, friends. Okay. This clip, the only reason I clipped this was because, well, first off, the pause at the end is so stellar and so fantastic. It needs to be heard.
Can you? How many seconds is it?
I don't even know. It doesn't matter because it's the context by which the pause.
Mhm.
The other night, I edited out. David and I had a hiccup. I had a 8-second hiccup. It bothered me so much. I spent 2 hours editing out. And I bet you his pause is worse than mine. It was Armfeld, our new Armfeld Thanksgiving special. And I spent 2 hours editing out. I couldn't take it. I guarantee this pause is twice the size of what mine was.
Well, it's not 16 seconds, or else it would be insanity. We have had long ones. We have had like 7-8 second pauses
Yep.
from him.
Howard actually had a 10-second pause. He had a 10-second pause.
This is a fun one because of what Robin's saying. And Robin's making no sense whatsoever. But
That's
again,
what she does.
on ARP radio, this is what you get. And I love this. It's quite delicious.
You know, I was listening to a very scary thing this morning. They were talking about, they
Fred?
put kids.
Never mind. Yeah.
They put kids in a room to see what toys they want, they're attracted to.
Yeah.
And they were attracted to all these kind of adult things because they want to be like their parents. And I was like, that is
Right.
the scariest thing I've heard.
Why?
Looking at some of the parents I've seen, that these kids are just they talk about influence. You horrible person who's not doing anything to make the world better is raising a child to be just like you.
Okay.
Anyway, Lee.
I want to use the F word. Oh, God, sorry.
If we were all like Robin, there'd be no mankind, right? We'd have no kids, and
Yeah.
there'd be nobody caring for each other. Man, we'd be extinct, right? Robin can't reproduce. We'd be all extinct
The
if we were like Robin.
other
All children want to be adults.
yes.
Until they become adults and say,
Do you-
holy shit.
Don't
I
you
wanna
just
be a kid
love
again.
it? How rich is it when Robin gives motherly
Parenting
type
advice?
It's not even a profound observation. It's the most
Exactly.
basic bitch observation you make when your kids want to do adult things.
know-
That's
You know what?
ball-
To be fair, though, she's been so fat at times that she probably could have undergone meiosis and produced another human being.
It's a circuitous conversation. She just starts here, she swings around, she runs right back to the front, and there's no rhyme or reason or discussion for what she's
She-
talking about.
The balls on her, literally the balls on her to talk about any type of child rearing. I mean, honest to God,
Yeah.
she's the last person that should open her mouth about anybody raising a child. She's even
Yeah.
worse than Howard. I mean, seriously,
Well, she shouldn't talk about raising a child. She shouldn't talk about relationships.
nothing.
driving.
There's
Maybe
nothing.
watching TV and riding
breathing.
horses. I
Yep.
guess that's
That's
about
it,
it.
Dennis. That's it. You're right.
Yeah, that's what she's good at,
Yep.
I guess.
Does she even drive her own car even after taking racing lessons?
She's been in so many accidents, Monique. Dennis could do a YouTube spinoff.
Oh, we lost you, John.
We could do a whole show on Robin's car accidents.
Jesus.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you did cut out, but we heard you
Yeah.
about the car accidents.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Wow.
I said we could do a whole show on Robin's car accidents. She
Yeesh.
got into a car accident in Manhattan, right? At like 5 a.m.
I don't
Oh
know.
my- how? How do you do that?
She was driving to work from Staten Island,
Yes.
and she hit someone. I forget how it went. There's so much on her in driving.
I would love to dig into that at some point.
I mean, seriously though, how do you have an accident at 5 in Manhattan?
You can't. It's impossible.
It's half empty at that point. I mean,
I know.
Unless you
let it try.
literally hit somebody with a shopping cart that is going back there like in the path. There is no way you're hitting somebody at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not happening.
I'm so pissed. This is blowing my mind at this point.
Well, I'll give you
Yeah,
something else to
Gordon
blow your mind. Did you know that Howard's daughter is a doctor?
Oh, I pointed this one out. This is so hilarious.
Well,
So is Julius Irving.
yeah. So this woman,
So is Dr.
so
Dre.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it's Dr. Dre.
So is
So
Dre.
is Jack Wagner.
So this woman calls in from
Demento, doctor.
Dr. Seuss.
Florida. First off, he went through this whole thing about how he doesn't feel like society. He feels, that the world is crumbling. That's what he was saying, right? He kept saying,
Yeah,
the world is crumbling,
rambling about that, like yelling at clouds. An old man yelling at clouds.
and it was crumbling. And so he was.
So, wait.
But-
But you know why? What brought this
So
up was
good.
podcasting. It was podcasting and social media. It was literally why this is happening. Because of that.
I have a clip on that.
Oh, you have that one? Because it's
You mean this clip? This clip?
disturbing.
This
Let's
clip?
do the doctor one.
Although there would be I don't think they should eliminate all schools of communication because now all you need is a microphone in your basement. I mean, there's no more job at some radio station.
Hello, Pot. Hello, Pot Me Kettle. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wait,
In his
didn't
basement.
Didn't he have a whole thing a few months ago where he wasn't on air or whatever, and like something was going on, and they didn't tell him that the show was starting or something like that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
He yelled at them
'Cause he's in his
And
basement.
didn't that happen in his basement?
with a
Yes.
microphone. Yes, that's exactly where it happened.
Okay.
That's exactly. If you would you tell your kids, listen, you're rich, you never have to work another day, or am I just a poor? You're just a poor dreamer, Jared. I think that they try to instill some sort of get a degree or 2 or 3.
Right, Monique. You would never say that to your kids. It's just implied. Who would
course.
say that to their kids? You'll never have to work another day in your life.
Nobody would.
It's so stupid brag. You're so right. It's so stupid bragging about that.
It's a
My
book.
kids want, and what kids would even say that to their parents? I want your money. I'm not doing anything.
Maybe
Who
the
would even-
doctor, maybe
most-
the daughter who's a doctor. Let's hear this
Yeah.
clip.
The really good therapists are backed up because of the anti-intellectualism in this country.
Oh my
That this
They're-
show.
They don't want to work in your state.
She's
I
from
see
Florida.
where you live. I know what's going on. I got friends who are in the business. My daughter's a doctor. She's in the mental health field. I know what's going on.
Could he mean Emily, Doctor of Judaism?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Deborah?
Unless she became a
You mean the nurse
podiatrist.
practitioner?
Yeah.
She's not a doctor by any stretch of the imagination.
What, you can, in fact, give Beth a shingle shot. You mean that one? I mean,
Although,
what-
yeah, actually, she is qualified to give a single shot. Yes,
she is.
she's qualified.
She's a doctor.
Who is
She's a doctor.
This is like this is like one of those f ups when he talks about his wife knowing 7,000 languages. And
No, I
when,
didn't.
Yeah,
when he
same
always
thing,
sticks
actually.
it in his
Six
foot,
languages.
his foot in
Or
his mouth,
five
and we
languages.
just never let it go.
Just like Dr. Joe Biden, exactly.
Exactly.
Dr. J, yes, yes, yes.
Hey, Dr. J was
Dre.
badass.
Dr. Dre.
Ray, yes, of course. Dr. Doolittle. is more
Dr.
qualified.
Doolittle. Dr.
Doom.
Feelgood. Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. Dr.
Dr.
Ah,
Doc
okay,
Holiday. You know.
Dr. Feltersnatch. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Dr. Demento, which I
I
meant.
love
What
Dr.
is he even trying to do by saying that? Rug doctor. Rug doctor Stevie Mad at dirt.
Dr. Seuss. Doc Brown. Dr. Pepper.
Insecure
Oh my
narcissists like
God.
Howard.
No one threw
Insecure
in Dr.
Dr.
narcissists like
Thunder.
Howard cannot just tell it like it is with their kids. He has to embellish everything because it's all about him.
Wait,
man.
you guys,
So-
seriously, didn't Deborah get a degree in social work?
Yes.
Did-
Thus, no,
Deborah-
no, it's the social work.
Huh?
The social work.
Yeah,
She
but
got a
that's
work
not an
degree in the
MD.
social
Sarah
work.
Jessica
He's
Parker was
implying an
called the
MD,
social
right?
work.
Yes.
Yes.
Full
He's implying
MD.
an MD.
A doctorate. She
MD.
has a doctor. She has a doctorate, which
Who?
went entirely to way too much school. Like, let's be honest. You know,
I thought it was the
you
youngest
don't
one who
really
went
do
to.
anything for a
It's
living.
either
I thought it was-
listen. Realistically, it can either be a foot doctor or one of those fact people. You
Well,
know,
she's
those,
following Allison's footsteps. That's exactly what Allison.
Spin doctors.
the
spin
spin
doctors.
There you go.
No,
Christopher
right.
Barron.
Can you play
Deborah-
the rest of the
Deborah
clip
was
so we can
just-
get context? Just like yours. Was
Huh?
that it? Was that
That's
the whole
it.
clip?
Yes,
That was the whole
it is.
clip. That was literally how he said it.
Yeah.
It was
Just
talking about
just throw that shit out
podcasting
there?
and social media, and
And
then
how the ruin of the world because
he was like trying to say that, like, I guess he was picking on Florida, which I'm
well,
going,
he was
wow.
trying to say that
I
you
actually-
can't really get
yeah.
into a therapist office anymore because they're so busy because the world is so fucked up.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
Al
To be
Bundy
fair, that
reference.
happens
That's
to be
awesome.
true because that's why there's so many online doctors these days, and that's why
Exactly.
most normal people can no longer get friggin' Adderall because all these people figured out a way to get an online doctor at places
Yeah.
like Row and shit like that.
Exactly.
They
You
just
know,
say, I
DM
take Xanax,
film
Ozempic
fan.
and Adderall.
Adderall. I
He
knew
just
that.
had- He just had a Dr. Shoe reference. I still say shoe betcha to this day. to that episode.
Crazy,
Okay.
Crazy Robin challenges Deborah to a social work
Dr.
off.
Show.
That's my favorite social worker in America.
Okay,
Yeah.
so moving on a little bit, again on WAARP radio, they start talking about OnlyFans.
Oh
And
God, this is bad.
yes, you are absolutely right, Coach. Fact: rich parents make their kids collect degrees, so it seems like they have a profession.
And they
Correct.
could be professional students. That's what they call a professional student.
And yeah,
Ashley,
you don't think if they had to pay for this themselves, they would be doing it, right?
oh no,
No,
Ashley
no,
went to
no.
what? 6 schools. Ashley
Yes.
went to 6 schools, right?
Yes,
To
Something like
finally
that.
graduate. 6.
she wound up at BU because her father gives lots of money there.
And they were actually accepted her.
One
And
school
that's
per
the one.
year. One school
And
per
that's the one that is a nurse practitioner. This person that
But
took 12
do
years
think
to go
that
through school.
Deborah is a social worker, and
Right.
so
Deborah's a social worker.
got-
Yeah.
and then maybe she got an advanced degree while she was going for that degree. Who
Good
knows?
for her.
We don't know. What do we care? We don't care.
She doesn't do anything
So-
with it.
Can we actually discuss what is
It's
OnlyFans?
drinking time with Dennis.
Yeah, it's just wine tonight. He
Just
he,
wine.
he did such a stuttering job before. He's like, yeah, I left the bar early so I could be here for 8 o'clock.
I had to leave. Yeah, exactly. It's a big thing.
Oh my
Dennis, your dream is for your bar to lose its liquor license so you can bring your own and not
Mhm.
waste the money. I love
Oh, like
that.
a bottle bar?
Yeah,
Oh, the bottle
yes.
bar is
Wait.
the best.
What is the point of going to a bar if you have to bring your own bottle?
I was watching a documentary,
fun.
Monique, on Xenon. Do you remember Xenon?
Oh, of
in
course.
Manhattan?
I went there once ever.
They had no liquor license, like I think for the first few months, and that's the greatest thing in the world if you could bring your own to that. Not, I don't know how they made money, but apparently they had no liquor
You
license.
charge to dispense your own liquor. I've been to places like that.
Ah, how does it
strangely
work?
enough.
Dennis? Explain
a
that.
bottle-
And
It's a bottle charge.
yeah, they give you like you give them the bottle and then they charge you every time they pour it.
Yes.
What? That's crazy. Really?
Who would do
Yes,
that?
it's absolutely
Oh my
true.
god.
Honestly,
What
who would
if-
do that? Who would do that?
What if you
I-
bring
I
beer?
did.
I think
did?
that's
Something
insanity.
wrong with me, I guess.
That's insanity. You're absolutely out of your mind. So let's find out what OnlyFans is. Because clearly Howard doesn't know. Now, for those of you out there who live under a rock and are 70 years old and don't know what's going on in the world of the world, OnlyFans basically is for people, and it used to be for middling people, middling stars, middling
Right.
rock people, and models and stuff like that, and girls who love to show themselves off.
Right.
And it started out, perfectly innocently enough, where they would, have cleavage pictures and things like that. And of
Wasn't
course,
good
then
enough.
that's not enough to keep
No.
everybody coming back for more. And then it became, you really need to, show your titties, and especially for people that were, again, like maybe C-list, D-list kind of celebrities. Kind of the same. If girls ran Cameo, it would be OnlyFans. Put it that way.
Correct. That is
So-
exactly what
So
it is.
OnlyFans, aka Hide the Fist. Is he just discovering this place?
So here's
Thank you,
Howard,
Robin.
here's Howard asking the interesting question about what is OnlyFans. Here we go.
Hey, Liz, you're on the air in Pennsylvania. What's on your
Sure,
mind?
Liz.
Howard, long time, first time. I love you so much. And my question was for Fred. I saw recently that Carol Alt started an OnlyFans page, and I was wondering if Fred feels justified that proves she's not, in fact, a supermodel.
Well, listen, first of all, I didn't know Carol Alt was on OnlyFans. I mean, what does
No,
that
this
mean?
is
Like,
news to me.
well, first of all, what is
Yeah, news to
OnlyFans?
me.
What is that? Is
What is it? What is
OnlyFans
it?
a sex show? In other words,
In other words, is it
No,
sex?
that's-
what I thought OnlyFans is that you go on there. I know, like Tommy Lee was showing his cock and balls on
Of
there,
course.
That's right.
and I know that the women, I always thought it was you go on there, and if you pay money, girls will get naked for you. Like even some stars will get
I think
naked
that girl
for
from
you.
The Sopranos,
Meadow?
Before you go mentioning people who may or may not be on OnlyFans,
No, she
you better
is.
be damn sure.
is.
Okay.
Meadow Soprano is.
Yeah.
No, it's not Meadow. It's
Hey, anyway,
Oh, sorry, what
Christopher's
happened?
wife.
Oh, it's the other one, the girlfriend.
Yeah, Christopher's girlfriend and wife.
Yeah, the one that got whacked
Yeah.
in the woods.
So stay tuned, because we will revisit the Fred versus Carol Alt in the Cleaning Out the Computer in just a little while. So here's page 6 talking about it. Now, listen, I don't even know why she's on OnlyFans. I don't understand why somebody at 62 years old feels the
Cash.
need to
Thirsty.
thirsty cash.
You know
all-
what? If they
That's
would have been on
thing.
RadioGunk.com like a week ago, they would have
Yeah.
known this.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's true. We did, didn't we?
That's right.
Yeah.
44
So
years
thirsty.
working. I don't own any of my photos. Okay, so that's really what she looks like. Let's be honest. This is really what Carol Alt looks like right now.
It's not
Oh,
bad
whatever.
for
Give her a break.
62.
How old is
That's
she?
not bad at all.
Are you going to pay to see her
Oh,
titty?
hell no. Hell
No, absolutely not. No,
Like, do you need to? Is there a reason?
no,
Some
no.
some
Mirror
it's
code's
for
been
some dudes, bro.
Beanie Mac, Black guy's right. Beanie
No.
Mac. I don't understand the purpose of OnlyFans when porn is free. Beanie Mac's so right. You
Some
could
dudes
find a
just get
Carol
off on
Alt
that, bro.
doppelganger who does porn.
Oh, I
right
see,
now, looks just
oops.
like her. Who's 30
Yeah,
years
the little
younger.
nippies on page 6. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, those are the beads. I think those are the beads. They kind of
totally airbrushed. This is all
Yeah,
like
thank
bullshit.
just a little bit. It looks like Howard did that.
Denise
So
Richards.
tasteful.
How many
Only.
legs does she have?
4.
Yeah, so they don't know what OnlyFans is. I don't
Nope.
really care that Carol Alt is on OnlyFans. Nobody cares that Carol Alt is on OnlyFans. And you know what? If she makes a couple of $100,000, listen, people will pay for anything. We've realized that. There was that thing, Xavier, I think you had posted also about that
Yes.
freaking bad Barbie chick
Ah, don't remind me.
who made
Ooh, oh,
she made
She made millions, bro. But you know what?
Millions.
Joke's on her, because I only communicate with her through emojis.
It was Ron
emojis.
Greshner, I think. Who's it? Frank the Tank? or
Monster
Aquaman? Yeah.
emoji.
Greshner was married to Carol Alt, right?
I think they got divorced in the video I'm showing you, like in '98, the late '90s.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that in a little while. So
Yeah. I'm not saying go to it now. I'm just.
Listen,
Laundry room, how noble of you.
yeah.
Yes,
I'm glad that
you're
you
really,
you
you're
learned
really
this
takes
today.
strength. That takes strength.
Yeah.
To say
It's a
something.
special man that do that.
Bobby Hurley gives me a boner, laundry room.
Jesus Christ.
After his accident in
I want to feel, son.
You know, it's kind of insane. So Howard has to be in New York City. Well, first off, He wants us to. Yes, I'm going to start an OnlyFans account, and it'll just be my feet because I know that feet are
You know,
like.
you can make money
That
on that.
goes,
Actually,
Monique.
you know what?
That
You
goes.
probably in a week you would make like 10 times more
Oh
than we've made in
no!
entire
They're
lifetime.
actually wait. There's some breaking news. Oh shit!
What?
Your friend has passed away.
Who?
Henry
Jeremy?
Kissinger has died
Oh,
at
Oh.
100.
so young.
You're the heir to the
Yes,
Kissinger
young,
fortune,
so
Monique.
young. Like, so many
Why
vital
does
years
God always take the young ones?
I know.
Yeah. It's so much.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's a classic saying, right? Only the good die young. And
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah,
That's why
war
Billy Joel
criminals.
wrote
War
that song.
criminals live a long time.
wow, did that just happened?
Just happened.
Oh, that's a shame.
You know what's funny? That could have happened 30 years ago, and it wouldn't have surprised me in the last.
Well, yeah, it's still,
That's true.
it's
I
I
didn't
mean,
still.
come on, someone kicking it at 70 is not exactly tragic.
No, he lived a very fruitful and amazing life.
I think his last words were "kill me."
You know, I was looking at Stan Lee's stuff. I think he turned 100. He would have been 100 had he
Who,
lived.
Dan?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. Wow.
Yep.
How old? But he was kind of old when he died anyway, no?
He's been dead for a couple of years. I'm just saying, I was looking at how old he would be today. And I think he was 79 when Howard interviewed him in 2002. So
Interesting.
that makes him 100.
I met Stanley in the teens, but then I
Did you really?
Yeah, I
Which
did. But it was
teens?
one
That's
of
a
those.
super soldier.
You pay $20 to take a picture with Stanley.
I thought you were like
I'm not joking.
at Steve Rogers.
they
Super
come in and
soldier
they come in to
injection.
get you. He's in his room is just surrounded by drapes, and he just looks at you, and you try to say something meaningful to him, and okay, thank you.
Wow.
Just going to throw out there that everybody posts like a who's going to die this year thing. And in 2021, I had him, Barbara Walters, and Betty White. In 2023, I had him, Mel
You got
Brooks,
it.
and Benji. Yeah, it's
You
kind
still have a
of
month to get the other two.
Is that
Yeah,
what they call hedging your bets?
yes, exactly. With 100-year-olds,
You got to take the 100-year-old.
that takes a lot of stretch to think that Henry
Dr.
Kissinger.
Ruth is
Monique,
99.
between Eddie Murphy and Dan Schneider, you'll be in seven figures by the end of the year. On your
Yeah,
Wait, Dr. Ruth is still alive.
She
No,
is.
Is she?
Yeah, she
Jesus
just did
Christ.
something on some.
She's got to be
I
2
might have
foot
done
tall by now.
She's still
Exactly.
saying,
Just
"It is
shrink
like an
fabulous. Make
Ewok."
sure you use a prophylactic."
just heads and feet. That's all she is.
Rupert
really
Pumpkin
is.
goes, Kissinger's gone, but
She's
Artie
literally
Lang
like
lives."
Yoda.
Yes,
Young-
exactly.
Exactly.
Hyperbaric lives. This is what happens. So here's Howard bitching about why in God's name would anybody come to New York to see the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Now, I love
Oh,
when he
I gotta censor
explains it
myself there.
because who the hell doesn't know what the Rockefeller Center
I
Christmas
know.
is? Like, who doesn't know what?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
And so just so you know, the tree is a huge thing. I mean, people
It's a big
do
deal.
come from
Hey,
all over to
Mo,
see it.
Mo, you're a New Yorker. Is the Rockefeller Christmas tree bigger, or is the Times Square Hanukkah bush?
Oh, you mean the burning bush in Times Square?
People are so proud to have their tree be the Rockefeller.
Absolutely.
People come from all over the place to be a part of the Rockefeller Center tree lighting.
It's a thing.
It
It
makes
is
me
a thing.
happy when I walk down the street, and I will sometimes cut through that way just so that I can go and stand.
Beautiful. I mean, it really is
Oh, see, so
magnificent.
here,
It's
here,
beautiful.
they're giving you the story about who.
We're the home of Jackie and Matt McGinley. Earlier this year, one of their relatives could see the tree's potential.
My brother was just looking.
Yeah, see, it's like, wow, that's a great treat. You should have
Great
actually have
treat.
that.
Kill it.
Just yeah. So he's
Let's
upset
kill
about
it.
this. He's
For
upset.
like
Tired of it. Let's cut it
6
down.
weeks. 6 weeks of glory.
Yes.
It's like a 200-year tree.
And he says, pine trees happen to grow up fairly fast, but also you should know that when the tree is taken down, all that mulch goes into Central Park. They use
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that
I'm
Absolutely
sure
they
the tree's
do.
happy about that.
at the park. I'm sure that
So-
Meanwhile, Howard is Walden Woods and Sherwood Forest and his two
So-
residents. And he's
he
complaining
cut it
about
all
that.
down so that he
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, I actually commented that he
Exactly.
cleared 4 acres of land
That's
to
right.
put that
Yes.
house on. Cut
Mhm.
down
Oh, yeah,
4
yeah.
acres of trees.
Displaced
them, that's-
animals, cut down
Displaced
trees.
animals, yeah.
But that's okay. But let's see. Why would somebody come
He
see?
had someone shooting whales from the beach.
Exactly.
Just for fun.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, It's a shitty time of year
Looking
to
at
be
the
in
tree.
Manhattan. They put up that fucking Christmas tree for.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ! If you don't live in New York, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
but in
you
Rockefeller
do.
Center,
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the tree.
It's on TV. It's literally on
tree
TV.
tree lighting tonight. And I don't know why anyone, I've never understood why any person would come to New York City to see a giant tree with lights all hung on it, but they do. It is
People
a
don't
big,
have anything to do.
He's such a miserable piece of crap.
I don't know how good they
He
have.
really is.
Time to get in a car or get on a plane and travel to New York City to see a fucking lighting of a tree with lights on it. That means things are good in your life. Like if you live in Ukraine, you don't have time to go see a tree.
Now,
Well, he thinks that New York should be just him. He thinks no tourist
Exactly.
should ever be
Absolutely.
there. Meanwhile, tourist industry funds New York.
Drives
You have no
New
New York without him. But he
drives
thinks
New
he
York.
should.
People
And
coming from
when he's not there, and
everything.
Yep.
And the
And
funniest part about this, the funniest part
Yep.
about this is that if he walked out of Sirius and went to the right about 100 feet, he would see the tree.
oh, I'm
Right.
I was gonna say, I don't think he's seen it. I actually think
All right.
he's so pampered and sequestered in that limo.
Agreed.
I honestly don't think he's even seen it.
All right.
And all the time.
What's
he's
even
been in New York.
funnier is that this jackass isn't even in New York City right now. He's in
Oh,
his
yeah,
basement in Southampton. He is
Exactly.
literally
You know what?
bitching
It's
about something that will not affect his life
It
in
is.
1 second. 1 second.
It's such bitter grapes from him. You know what? Like, I've worked in the entertainment industry forever, and I know hundreds of Jewish people, and unequivocally, they all tell me the same thing. When I moved out of my parents' house, the first thing I did is bought a Christmas tree. Like, no
Exactly.
joke.
I thought you were going in the Marlon
Christmas tree
Brando
isn't really a
direction next.
religious thing, you know? But some
Hollywood
people
is
have a stick up their
completely
ass, and
run
here
by
he is, this
Jews.
bitter ass motherfucker.
He's so bitter, and the other thing is, the weird fact, it was actually started by the Christmas tree lighting was started by Italians, but that's okay. We'll just throw that out there.
Well, thank you, Dennis.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. So, as it turns out, Howard's miserable about it because he has to be in New York, and then Robin
When?
throws out. Hold on.
Listen, I know I got to come into town because we got some stuff going on that I got to take care of.
I'm
And,
actually going
A
to
lot of
make
detail.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
better calm down over there. Hey, by the way,
totally bypasses it. Yeah. Okay. I'm coming into town too. So, yeah.
Now, I
What are
think
we
I
taking
figured out
care
why
of?
she's going to
What?
town.
Why?
I think I know what she's
Cher?
going to. She's going to Sloan Kettering.
No, you know her. She's probably going to see a Broadway show or something. She does
Nah.
things like that. She's that woman. She's that old cat collecting woman who comes into the
With the
city
bag.
to see Broadway shows and collects all the playbills. She probably has them all in a pile, on the side of her bed. You know the way she is. Okay. So, here's the conversation I really wanted to get into today because it's just so silly and so funny. So, show of hands, have we ever heard Howard mention the fact that he was part of the Key Club, the
Nope.
Kiwanis
Never.
Key Club?
No, we'd have heard about it by now.
Never heard about
He's
this
been
before
sitting on
ever.
that for 45
Ever.
years. He's telling us that now.
He's
No,
telling
never
us
heard this story
now.
before.
And so,
He probably stole it from his son-in-law's or something.
Oh,
like that.
that's-
No, that's what he does. He steals stories
He
from
totally
everybody.
does.
Yes.
yeah, no, I think that you happen to be. Okay. Ida, remind me again. Ida has to remind me. I need to talk to you about the puppet and the fund. So we're gonna talk about it entirely. But first, let's go and talk about the Key Club because this is a new story, new for 2023, and here we go. Let's listen.
when I was in high school, I somehow got into this thing called Key Club. And it was run by the Kiwanis. And what I heard, first of all, I was the biggest douchebag in high school. Nobody wanted to know me. I had very few friends. That being said, Key Club was, for some reason, it was look good on your resume for colleges and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
you had to have some kind of extracurricular activity.
but the guys they only took 2 people from each grade, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
So you're telling us that only 6 people at Rockville Placenta High School were in the Key Club. That's
Yeah.
what you're telling us
6 total people. That was the
Total
entire club
people
of 6 people. That's it.
in the
6.
Key Club, or were able to join the Key Club, but apparently it was all the cool kids, not.
Oh, it was football
Oh, of
players. It was
course.
football players.
Junior year, and I decided to go out for Key Club,
Mhm.
and all the jocks are in it, all the cool guys.
All the jobs, all the
Yes.
All jocks. The jocks are in it.
all 6 of them.
Yeah, correct, sir.
And I don't know what possessed me because I was a complete introvert. Not like the guy you know now. I was a complete introvert, but I thought, well, I'm almost flunking high school. It's debatable whether I can get into any college except for one of those shitty colleges that's almost like high school all over again. Maybe if I got into this stupid ass key club with these jocks, maybe my life would get better.
Yes, that's the real thing. It really did happen. Sure.
Okay, let's continue.
So wait. He says he's no longer an introvert. The guy that hasn't left his house in what 4 or 5 years now.
He's left his house.
Of course, he leaves his house. He just doesn't want to leave his house to go to work.
Right, Kelsey Walsh. The whole point of it is to pad your high school transcript with it.
Correct.
There's nothing about it that's noble. You're hoping that they're going to make their decision on letting you into Michigan based on the Key Club, like that's ever happened in the history.
Except he went to 13th grade at BU.
Yes.
Because at one time at 10 o'clock in the morning, you gave out rolls at the homeless shelter. That's what you
were forced to do.
You were forced to do it. Exactly. Right. You would never do it on your own. Let's continue with the Key Club, shall we?
So they have a night where you go and you get interviewed by all the guys in Key Club.
Okay.
Each one is like the cool guy with the hot girlfriend, and they're cool.
People like you.
Yeah. It's all the guys in Key Club. And they were all the cool jocks, and guys who get laid.
No, they're not.
And I mean, they get laid by people who they're actually proud of.
They're willing to be seen with.
Yeah.
You actually remember the story, Glenn? I don't remember this at all.
I don't remember the story at all.
Yeah, this want to be with these guys. So
Glenn might be.
You go from table to table, and every 15 minutes you switch tables, and they interview you. And I'm like, oh God, these guys are pals with all the other jocks. They're gonna. I said, but let me see if I can bullshit. One thing I was always good at was bullshit. So when they sat down with me, I started in. I go, I know you guys are all friends with all these other guys, but here's what you get with me. I'm going to work my ass off. I want to be in Key Club because I'm probably one of the few guys sitting here who really want to help people.
Right. Right. So of course he gets into the Key Club and and Glenn happens to be right. They decide he just has to do all like the stupid shit. And so the one thing apparently that he had to do was this.
The first meeting, they go, well, we need guys to ring a bell, stand in the middle of Rockville Center, ring a bell dressed up in a Santa Claus outfit.
Why?
And they all look at me because that's the reason they put me in, so they don't have to do this shit.
What?
I go, okay, I'll do it. Well, next thing I know, my mom is driving me into town.
Mom.
I'm in a Santa Claus beard and like a
what?
And I'm ringing the fucking Salvation Army bell.
What?
I don't know.
In Rockefeller Center?
No, Rockville Center.
Oh, Rockville Center?
Yeah, that's where he lives.
So he kept this in his hip pocket for like 45 years to tell today?
I mean, yeah, it was just finally time to tell the story of him dressed as Santa Claus that we've never heard
Monique,
before.
that dude is right. How would I...
Kingly Jew. He can't even fit into a Santa Claus costume.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine?
Gangly 6'7" human being. That's the one. I mean, that's such a control.
Absolutely right.
He would look like Jack.
Maybe if they were doing like a Charlie in the Box.
No. It's Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what he would look like.
Yeah.
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skeleton.
Skellington.
Especially being 6'7", he's complaining about jocks. When you're 6'7" in high school, you're born on third base. Just play basketball, you stupid pussy. But you can't bend your back because you have wigiosis.
Well, he also has no coordination.
He's not wigabifida, I mean.
I mean, I have the visual of him dressed as Santa. I think that's like actually probably would have been one of the funniest things like for a human being to have ever seen. I completely think
colossal lie.
Monique, I sent you
way.
excerpt.
No.
That dude might have been right. Howard apparently brought this up in 2017, and I put it in the private chat. This is verbatim. I copied it from Mark's.
Okay, they went into another clip from Howard Show where he talked about high school and being in Key Club. He said that they took him in shortly after he moved there from Roosevelt. He talked about how miserable he was in Key Club and doing stuff for them. He said within a few days he was standing outside collecting money dressed up as Santa. All right.
That's from
Yeah, but that's
17.
in 2017. So
Okay, that's
also,
it could be. Listen,
it's a bullshit story.
No, it could be a bullshit story
We
from a
don't know
bullshit
everything.
story, right?
Yeah.
I don't
We
see
don't
any
know.
other date.
Is
He
Mark
held
Friggin
on
a
to that
celeb?
for 30
How
years.
Is
30 years he held on to that.
So right. Grampus.
30 years.
Grampus.
Krampus.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
In the meadow, we can build a wig, man.
Oh, wait.
Exactly.
Okay, so then he starts to talk about his 13th grade at BU. I don't even know why I included this clip.
It's funny, that's why.
It is. It's always funny.
I had to go to I went to Boston University, but for idiots. They had a special program so they could get money out of parents.
Oh, yes.
He said, we're missing out on money for idiots. So let's charge a whole bunch of money and you get.
And let's just remember that his parents paid for everything, right? He didn't get any
everything.
scholarships. He wasn't a smart kid.
Drove him to Virginia to get his license.
Grade. Oh, look at Tone Cod 89. I was in Key Club for 2 years. It was for nerdy kids like me who couldn't get laid. We did volunteer work and they served pizza at meetings. My older brother picked on me because I couldn't play a sport. Oh,
No, he's absolutely right. That's exactly the demographic.
Ha, loser. Nerd.
It wasn't
Okay,
the
just
jock,
kidding.
right? It wasn't
No, it was far from it.
jocks with the pretty girlfriend.
I ran track and I definitely was not in Key Club. I was very far
Hey,
away
Mo.
from that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mo,
Yeah.
click on the private chat picture that I just sent you to remind everybody about Santa Claus and Howard.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you, Glenn. It was Glenn
It's
Williams
relevant.
that said it. Thank you, Glenn. I hope you're a black guy because it sounds like a black name. I would be disappointed if you're not a black guy. We need more black people in the comments.
Never forget. You're right.
Never forget.
Oh, yeah. Because that's how he wants to
Yeah,
be.
that's Santa Claus for you.
He's Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. Remind me again. It is that time for me to whip out my Christmas cards from the Stern Show, so that
he's an
everybody
ugly broad.
Look at that. He looks just like Cher, bro.
and look
Yeah,
at
an
the
ugly broad.
He's just
like
like
shave
Cher.
his nose so that it looks thinner and slimmer.
But the worst part is the wonky eyes staring out behind all that hair. That is.
I love the
scary.
recipients of these cards going, why is he dressing in drag again? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And
Why you
I can't imagine why.
I know. Well, why does a
No
heterosexual
shellback.
do that
That's
all the
Howard
time?
in the
Every
wig.
chance he gets.
Look at the eyes on Santa. You can see the wonk.
It really is brutal.
Glenn Williams goes, I'm MAGA. Block him now. Block him. I'm moving to Canada.
Well, that's what Howard was saying today. Okay, so that's part of the conversation as well. Let me find those clips. Well, let's finish with 13th grade.
Get to go to Boston University, but it's like high school. For 2 years, you go
Right.
to basic studies. And if you prove yourself, if you take chemistry and you take, all the hard classes in math and everything, then we'll let you matriculate into the regular school.
You'll be in the real school. Huh?
In the real college. And every day, the disgrace of having to walk down to the basic studies building was just humiliating.
Oh, they even had their own building. Ooh.
My roommate was in 6-year med. Women wouldn't stay away from him. They were like, he's going to be a doctor. He's going to be a doctor. I go, what about his roommate? Oh, he goes to the basic studies building.
How does he wind up
With Dr. Lou.
with Dr. Lou? Isn't that just like a purely freshman thing, and then you can't get the fuck out of there fast enough to
Pretty
go
much.
and be like your friends?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Because they put
you know why?
else
You know why they ended up together? Because kids these days call that docking.
Oh, yes. That's right.
That's what-
But he's doing that fake humility thing where he loves not to know, he loves to act stupid, and he loves to brag about going to basic studies. He loves this shit.
I don't think he's acting.
Because haha, look at me, look at how successful. And
Yeah,
fake-
well, I'm like, I beat the system.
So joke's on you, assholes.
Still a moron.
You
And he has
asshole.
to paint himself as the underdog in every situation. So I went to base.
Yes.
Look at me, I overcame.
Yes,
You're
of
right, John.
You
That's
can all do
exactly what it
this.
is.
Yep.
He wants to be the guy that overcame everything.
Yes.
Always the martyr, always the victim, always the underdog in every scenario he paints.
Only to wind up in his basement on a microphone.
No
And then
advantage.
then all he does is exploit a bunch of socially awkward, mentally challenged people until they
Miscreants.
die.
And that's just his staff.
Exactly.
This is
I'm
sad.
humbled by the chat. Frank the Tank, Wizard Master, all giving me their igloos in Canada. Thank you guys. Jesus.
What are we
There you
talking
go.
about?
Talking about it. I said
There's
it
an
moved to
igloo thing
Canada.
going on in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah,
You wouldn't know.
Gee,
You wouldn't
Canada.
understand.
I just don't understand. So Will Murray apparently is the head writer, as we
Yes.
probably know at this point.
There's a writer?
And they constantly are doing these contests with Robin. Like they don't do them with listeners anymore.
No.
They don't.
They do all this work. They do all these like alleged phony phone calls. They do all this stuff just so that they can ask Robin what the answer to the question will be. So apparently they were coming up on a Charlie Sheen one with a horrible accent and a horrible person in impersonating him. And they completely throw Will Murray under the bus. I don't know why I have this clip, but this is how bad it was.
No,
pretty
good,
funny.
good. I like it. I like it.
Good one. I thought the impression was funny. I thought his lines were funny. But
Really?
I
I should
Shall
fire
we-
you.
You probably
Shall
should.
we listen to
Good
it to
point.
see if Will is right or
I don't want to be on the hook for this. I like
You know what? I would. I listen. Obviously, listen to this stuff the night before. Will and I have a regular,
Sure.
email with each other, and I'm like, Will's the head writer on this show, and I'm like, he thinks this is funny. I'm
Oh,
sitting
no.
here bored as fuck, and I'm like, why is he sending me this? So it's not. It just didn't work. You don't know that?
If you think it's no good, I'll leave.
Yeah,
So
That's
you should
a
resign.
good defense. That's a
I'll
good
resign.
defense.
All right. Okay. Now you're
Sal
probably
liked it too.
interested.
That matters.
Sal.
So of course they wind up doing it, and they wind up playing it, even though
And
it's
it's terrible.
Do you have it, Monique, or no? You didn't bother with it.
I did
It's terrible. It literally would not make it to college radio like at 2:00 in the
Well,
morning.
here's one of the problems, and I'll say this: there's no saving the show, and I don't care. I want it to be bad. So there's no good days anyway. So why even
No.
bother? But Will Murray knows nothing about pop culture, and I've heard him say this, bragging that he doesn't watch anything or know anything. So that's your head writer, and that's who's deciding on this.
And
Right
wait,
in itself, it's going to kill itself.
but the other part is Will is not funny.
No,
and
he's not.
and this is
No,
supposed to be
that's the
a
other thing.
comedy show, and you have a non-funny person who has no idea about pop
You have
culture as
John
your head writer.
Hine as one of your
John
primary
Hines, yes, that's even
Yeah,
worse.
arbiter
Yes.
of all things
Your researcher.
cool, everything. He's John Zeitgeist Hine. He's the guy. He's
Put
your
comments on.
he knows
Uh,
everything.
Does not compute. Does
You
not
I mean,
compute.
really, the best joke writer on the show is Sal. If you want to go by
Yeah,
roast and stuff,
yeah,
in terms
yes,
of
he
pure
is.
roast jokes, it's definitely Sal. And
Absolutely.
it's not even close.
And it's not even close, but that's
No.
exactly right. And so this is where they're at with this stupid show.
Jesus.
Then-
Even Benji's funnier than Will Murray.
So there was
don't
an
know about
appearance
that.
by Benji
Yeah,
today.
I do.
It was uneventful and boring. So you missed nothing, right, with the Benji appearance. There
No.
was a slight Ronnie appearance. Was that yesterday? I can't even remember.
It was yesterday, and it was like,
About
why?
How Ronnie is like so tan and he's getting too red. And I checked the weather in Las Vegas, and the weather in Las Vegas,
It's
shockingly enough, the weather in Las
Chilly.
Vegas, chilly, low of 38, high of
Yeah.
57.
It's chilly. It's
Vegas
November.
gets
It's
cold during the winter.
It gets
cold. It's cold.
I mean, anybody who's been
Where
camping in the
Florida?
desert know how ridiculously cold it gets.
God,
mean,
so horrible.
Formula One found out that it gets cold at night there.
Well, Frank,
It's-
Frank the
It's that
Tank.
kind of
I
cold
have,
where the wind goes and you feel it in your bones.
Exactly.
It's
Oh my
nasty.
God.
Oh my God,
Tyler
thank you, Tyler
Durden.
Durden. You are awesome. Well, let me
Damn
get
it.
into that. Hold on. I'm going to do the last clip. Let me just do the last
Yes.
two clips. It's only like 40 seconds worth combined. One of them is disgusting, which is Marianne from Brooklyn talking about what
do we
the first
have
thing that
to?
she would do if she was alone in a room with Howard Stern.
Oh,
I mean,
Ah,
here's Marianne, and she's going
Again,
to get right down to sex before anything
We're
else.
going to do the dirty deed first. Just
Right.
regular, normal, old-fashioned sex the way he likes it and the way I like it.
When you're doing it with Howard, how do you envision it? Like, what is it like?
Maybe like nibble a little on his neck, just rub his nipples a little bit.
Okay, too much information. I had to cut it off.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm getting sick.
Got even
Please.
worse than that because then her and Mike Perlman mimicked having sex, and that Mike Perlman was Howard, and
Ugh.
she is the crazy, scary twat from Brooklyn
I'm gonna
doing
vomit.
what she does. It was
trying too hard to get in on the boffo.
It was vomitous. I'm not going to play it. I don't want
Thank
to
God.
hurt anybody's ears. It's already 9:14. I wanted to do a hard out at 9:30.
Can I
So
ask you a Marianne question real briefly?
why? Yes.
Well, you didn't play? I don't think we did, and I was there. I cut out whatever. But did she tip off that the show was taped? Didn't she? Somebody in the mockery thread yesterday was saying
Yesterday she
that.
said Happy Thanksgiving.
Right, and it sounded like they pre-taped it last week.
No, he actually talked about some current stuff, so actually wasn't.
Okay.
It
No,
was,
she was probably just like if she didn't talk
She's
to
an
him
idiot.
in January, she would say Merry Christmas. 'cause
Okay.
she's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
I just read it in the mockery thread. And it sounded.
yeah,
like
it
they
was
fixed
weird. It was just really weird.
Okay, end of show. Here we go. Just nothing.
How the
All right.
heck do you like a kettlebell?
Kettlebell at my asshole.
That's Mike Perlman being.
Yeah. Well, I had a
might
bunch
be
of other stuff for you
starting to
today.
hate him more
We'll get to
than
it next week.
Trainer.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye. That's it. Drop
We'll
dead.
get to it next week. Bye.
We talk
Bye.
about writers on this show. Just keep this in mind. You talk about Hine and Murray. They're writing in Howard's voice, and he's not funny. So when are you gonna be funny? Because you're writing in his. The job isn't to be funny; it's to write in Howard's voice. That's why Benji is so hideous, and that's why I haven't laughed at anything he said in 20-something years. Because
No, I
Jackie
think
was the last guy to
Marianne's
laugh at
daughter
him.
a job interview. What happened was Marianne's daughter, courtesy of our favorite, rest in peace, Gary Puppet. He
Thinking
found
about
out
him the other day.
who Marianne's daughter was, and let's say her name is like Stephanie. Who the hell knows what it is with her full name?
Yes.
And Gary had put on Dog Shed, where we used to hang out. Here is Marianne from Brooklyn's daughter, Stephanie, blah blah blah,
Right.
whatever her last name is. And I heard from who's the guy, Xavier? Who's the guy that we interviewed who used to have Stern fan club? Stern
Mutt?
fan?
Mutt.
Mutt reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you know anybody over at Dog Shed who could remove the pictures and name of Marianne's daughter because she's in the job market? She just graduated from college, and when you Google her name, that's the first thing that comes up is
Oops.
the thing that Gary Puppet had done on Dog Shed."
Mike White, that's a good callback. That's right. Already said that Will's the most unfunny guy I've ever met, and that was the head
Exactly.
writer.
Yeah.
Gary's. That's a great callback by you.
So let's move on
Good
to a
head
couple of
writer.
things. Now that I am done with that, I did
Yay.
to give a shout out to Baloneyfeld because I mean the cartoons that he is doing are just so goddamn funny,
George
and
Baloney.
this is just one of many. And you know, it's part of the Dabbleverse, but it's just so friggin' funny that it needs to be played. So here we go.
So loud.
Release the Kraken.
Are you or are you not a substitute teacher? Yes or fucking no?
Release the Kraken.
Look at me. What the fuck does that mean? How ridiculous is this?
What is a manga?
How ridiculous? How ridiculous is that? He is so scary, talented, and silly. It's just
Same animation budget as like South Park.
exactly. Okay, so let's talk Puppet. So I did a lot of research on it. This is the one I think I'm gonna go with. So this dude does custom half body puppets.
Yes.
That are very lifelike to the person.
You're talking about the world's
Yes.
oldest teenager. Look at that guy.
Yeah, look at that
Back
guy.
in-
Right? So yeah, let's just look at a couple. So this is kind of what he does. These are the
Wow.
ones that he made,
Wow.
which actually frighteningly looks like JD there. Not gonna lie.
That's a little scary. The eyes are too wide, though.
But these are all very kind of like realistic-ish puppet kind of things. And so yeah, that's this guy happens
This guy.
this fucking guy happens
Yeah.
to just needs to be one of those things that annoys the shit out of him, and that
The nose has to be wicked.
that it's him. So this one is $3.99. I have to reach out to them. If I ordered today, I would get it by December 29th or between December 29th and February 3rd. So I am going to reach out to him. He's based out of Chicago, Charleston, Illinois. So I
Who's
thought
the guy with the ski cap, Monique?
I don't know. This is the guy. The guy.
Okay.
Some looking guy.
Amazing puppet. Quality of work has gone since puppet is truly amazing. Looks like me. Wow, thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, so I've been looking for ones that would be incredibly similar to Howard. So I am going to reach out to him, see what he
Gotta
says.
see if he can have removable hair, because that's the key.
Removable hair.
Yeah, just
The
like
hair
that thing
has
of
to be able
Velcro.
to come off with Velcro.
Okay, I like that. So I'm thinking he needs to have on, like a black jacket, a
Yes.
like Rolling Stones T-shirt, and the American flag scarf.
And this
around his
American
neck.
flag scarf.
And then the glasses have to be tinted.
Tinted, rose tinted glasses.
Yeah.
The witch nose.
A big
that's
wig,
shaped
right.
like a penis.
Yes,
The
Melvin.
penis nose.
Big wig, big nose.
Yes.
He has to look like a incredible mockery of himself.
Yes.
So yeah, so we're all over it.
Wait,
I am
doesn't Howard look like a mockery of himself at this point?
He is.
Yes, he does.
But the wig has to be removable.
So yeah, so we are running with this. I'm absolutely completely onto it. So
Whoa. Didn't Anthony Cumia have a Howard puppet at some point?
Yeah,
I don't know.
pretty
Why don't you ask Opie in the morning?
Yeah, no, it was a recent thing. He had like a Stern reunion, and Anthony played Howard, and he was either a puppet or he dressed like him. I swear to God, I don't know if that's where it was but it's out there somewhere. There's definitely a Howard puppet somewhere.
So hey retard's perfect. A pre-distressed puppet.
Yeah.
Swedish Asylum Seeker. Yeah, I looked on all the cheap Chinese sites because I thought for sure like a laser guy, like somebody would be able to do it, but it just doesn't exist. These are all handmade, very specialized, whatever. Also, thank you for the Allison versus Howard fight. I have that, and we're definitely going to play it as its own separate entity when he's on vacation. Another thing I wanted to mention before we go into cleaning up the computer really quickly is I'll wait. I'll tell you guys off air. I'll wait and tell you guys.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
So before we do this, can we ask ourselves one question?
Yes.
Are we Shuli
Why?
puppets?
Oh, with the puppet? Yeah, I know. It's just one puppet. It'll never be more than one.
It's Howard, and it's just
One
a
and
mockery of that bastard.
I'm
You
down.
know what? The visual of it is going to be so worth it when we get it. I mean, it's just going to be one of those things. And, we'll debut it, and then Dennis will be the puppet master if he wants to be. I don't even know.
Oh, absolutely.
Cleaning out the computer.
So running with the whole, yeah, exactly. So just put it on your mic, Dennis.
There you
That's
go.
all you need to do.
Halfway there.
There you go.
And then put your glasses on your mic. There you go.
It's Howard.
Get it from the right side. You want to get the complexion right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on.
Make sure
Hold on, there we
it's
go.
facing right.
That's all you got.
Those matinee idol looks.
Howard.
Maintain.
It's Howard.
So keeping with the thread of Carol Alt, I picked out 4 of the MP4 clips of Carol Alt versus Fred because Fred,
I would say that Fred interviewing people on the street might be the most ridiculous and important at the same time. That was the second. I think it's the 4th one. It says 4, but it's only. I gave you 5 total, but I numbered them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first 2
I have 6, 5, 4, and 3.
Yeah, 4 is the interview on the street. That's when Fred ridiculously is interviewing people on the street.
Okay, so Fred's an idiot, and Carol Alt
We
was
know that.
and that's all. That's the end of the story. There is
I mean, the argument's over. Yeah, she's a supermodel. Yes.
argument's over. Done. Here we go.
I think she says she's a supermodel.
I have a problem with that.
I think she is a supermodel. But she better not start crying, though.
I hope to, she's probably ready for Fred this time.
Right.
After that last.
Whereas Carol always
Look
is all
at
decked
that.
out.
You're hard.
You know what? Fred's like the guy.
What's wrong with
time since I've had a date, so yes, for sure.
Is that true? When's the last time you had a date?
About 20 years ago when I first met my husband.
Really?
You haven't dated since then?
Since the divorce?
I haven't. First of all, they think that it's okay to jump you because you're a supermodel.
Right.
Excuse me, Fred. Sorry.
Fred says you're not a supermodel.
That's okay.
Did you hear this tape?
And that's why they're not jumping her.
Did you hear the?
It goes
Wow.
on and on
He's
and
such
on.
a douche.
He's such a douche.
This is the intellectual guy who wins Winfred's, who cheats at Winfred's money. And
Yeah,
his whole
exactly.
mind is consumed with whether.
Tape at all?
No.
He went out on the street and interviewed people about whether you were a supermodel.
We're trying to conduct a survey here, and your help would be greatly appreciated. Can you show that first picture, please? Can you identify this woman?
No, I can't. No, I do not.
It's upside down. Do you know who this woman is?
Is that Angie?
Well, she looks kind of like that Monica Lewinsky.
Did you say that Carol is currently a supermodel.
She says she's a supermodel.
Would it make her a supermodel that I don't know her? I wouldn't consider her a supermodel. I don't think she ever was a supermodel. Judging from the criterion used today of what a supermodel
Criterion.
is. No.
Yeah, that's a smart guy. Judging from
These
the
are all-
criterion.
These are all his friends.
I swear to God, I did not say
Fred's doing the different voices. I don't think he interviewed people.
I did not stack
he's on
that.
fire about this.
You know what? Let him be on fire about something, because it's obviously the only thing he's on fire about.
Nice.
Good for you, Carol. Good
She
for you.
destroys him in this. Every time she's got his number.
I love it. Okay, 2 more clips.
They'll know who she is, but you go 12 years down the road, she's going to be obscure as hell. Carol was absolutely a supermodel.
No,
Thank
she wasn't.
Look
As a
at her
matter of fact,
cover.
play that clip by
Look
Cindy
at
Crawford.
Cosmopolitan. Look at-
Play the clip by Cindy Crawford. She was on the show, and she said that Carol was not around at the
Oh,
time.
he's
that
got
they-
research.
No, she was right here. You
Cindy
missed.
Crawford, man. I remember the Obermeyer
He gets
ads
so
back-
angry, too.
back in
Fred's
the
such a
day. Oh, my God.
The thing
God,
is
he's
like,
such an asshole.
the thing is, a supermodel should be face recognition, which nobody seems to know who Carol is anymore. You could name one magazine cover.
All right, let me
How many people would know who Fred is? What if I went out on the street?
I know.
No one knows who Fred is.
They don't know Vogue.
let me hear this.
Yeah, then they don't know Vogue or Cosmo or,
Let me hear the
Well,
tape.
they know enough about Claudia Schiffer and all
This
the
is
other
Cindy
ones.
Crawford. Let's hear your evidence.
I want to know who's in charge of the sound effects.
Fred
Okay,
over there,
Fred.
and he likes you.
The guy who
I know,
dubbed
he's
you
the
a
super nut.
supermodel.
And
Yeah,
he's the super
he says
nut.
Carol Alt is not in your league.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Right,
She's a lovely lady, though.
but she's not a good
Well, I just don't think supermodels really existed at that time either.
Right,
I mean,
you believe you are the original supermodel.
no, not me. I think it was that whole group.
Like Chrissy and-
Linda, Naomi,
Yeah,
and
you all
Claudia.
did
I-
like
that
the
was like
George
the
Michael
first kind
video,
of
and
when
you
that
were
term
all
was
so
done.
What do you think of that? Will you fight Cindy Crawford about that?
You know what? History speaks for itself.
I believe you are a supermodel.
Cindy was also in a book that said that she was the first one to do posters and calendars. Excuse me.
You
And
were.
exercise videos. I wasn't even. What about Farrah?
Right,
Excuse me.
right,
You know, so everybody has a selective memory, like Fred.
right.
Yeah. A supermodel, a bona fide supermodel, shouldn't be entitled
What
to
is
her
the
opinion.
retire?
They'll know who she
Bona
is.
fide
You go 12
supermodel
years down
should
the
be
road, she's gonna
entitled to their opinion. He's just such an asshole. Hold on,
She's
my
a
note.
big, dumb Latvian lunkhead who read an encyclopedia. He's not deep. He's not an intellectual. He's hideous.
He has Asperger's. He's not.
He's really does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
he's that guy.
Didn't
Go ahead.
Carol Alt do an entire makeup whole.
Yes, please. It's not even. Why are we even talking? It's not even a discussion.
Top of the food chain.
No, I mean you have to be really, really, really good looking to do those type of campaigns.
Yes, of course.
I mean, Jesus. She was so recognizable. It was ridiculous.
Criteria for supermodel.
Face recognition for one, and nobody seemed to know who
you know
Carol
what?
was.
You know how it really
Name
came
recognition, which nobody seemed to know who she was.
Oh my God.
Well, she asked a question. I was answering her question.
No, I didn't ask a question.
She's coming in
Fred.
with her hoity-toity attitude and trying to.
She's
be
been very
innocent.
lovely.
You were being rude.
Go ahead, Carol.
In order to end, well, I think
Yes.
it came from that, but it was John's idea. I just had this need. So
What do you think of that, Fred?
necessity is the mother of invention.
I think she's grasping at straws.
I
super
once
elite
heard, let me
division.
just say,
This is unbelievable.
just say, I had to have a number of covers, including Vogue, Cosmo,
Mhm.
or Sports Illustrated.
Haven't you had all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had to have their
Oh, she
own
knows.
endorsement deal.
Which you've had.
Several.
Yes.
She
Fred-
did.
Well, fuck off, Robin. Really,
Robin, just go away.
just go away. Don't go in there. Just go away. Jesus Christ, he is so combative because he's crazy. He's
He's an angry man. I don't know why he's so angry. There's some deep-seated anger in this guy. That's just
on everything, about everything, though.
everything. He's just angry.
Remember when he got like a driving ticket a couple of months
Yes.
ago?
Yeah, we played the
Yes.
Steve Langford thing.
Angry about it. How dare they do this to me? Yes, Cheryl Teagues, Janice Dickinson, absolutely. Even though they were before the supermodel moniker came out,
Yes.
of course they were. Of course they were.
Worst is when he attacked poor Julie Bowen on Winfred when he was cheating and Winfred's money. And
Yeah.
after that, that's the real guy. He's such a piece of shit.
He's a piece of
Everybody on the show is so hateable, him included. He's right there with. I'd love to go back and do an all Fred show again. We only did part 1.
Yeah, we need more. We need more hate for him.
We do.
The funny thing is, we can play clips from him now. Oh, that's right. You don't hear him at all. In fact, most days I don't
Not
think
at
he's there.
all.
We got to get the bowling alley sound effect, Mooney. Because somebody in the chat yesterday said we need the bowling alley.
You need a bowling alley.
Okay. Okay.
As a drop, you know, Howard. Every time the Howard brings the basement up, we play the bowling alley.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Why don't I remember that from yesterday? Did
I
we?
don't know.
Because you checked out for like 20 seconds, and that came up in the chat.
Okay, so a couple of things. We are going to hear a little karaoke from John so that we can end the show with it. But before we do that, you need to know that Dennis has a new new DJ's classic garage, and it's called "Running Your Mopar on a Paperclip." And
Hey there.
he actually look how
It's
cute
Dennis
he
from
is.
DJ's
Dennis always
Classic
looks high, by the
Garage.
way. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
There's a lot of fumes in the garage.
Most maligned, misunderstood, and demonized part of the classic era Mopar ignition system.
Oh, you're
The
so
ballast
cute, Dennis. You're so cute. There he is. He just gets
Is that an old Seattle Mariners hat?
I don't know what that
What
is.
is a ballast resistor?
Dennis, did
What
Mopar
is
steal
about
the old
this?
Seattle Mariners insignia from
What
the
is
Richie Zisk days?
No, it's an official Mopar hat.
It's a
Oh,
Mopar
okay.
hat.
Yeah, but it's that M like the Mariners. That's what
Yeah, it's the same old Mariner hat.
Well, they're gonna have to fight Stellantis for that trademark.
He gets sued by
Okay.
Mark Langston.
I'm going to put myself on mute so I can put these clips up because every time I put them up, they start to play and they're really loud.
Okay.
So you should do it like a Mopar, like a Cummins diesel versus like the V10.
Thank you, Autobot.
Just do like
Ooh.
something like that, like gas versus.
Well, I got to
diesel.
find somebody that has a V10 that's still working.
Yeah, well,
The motor's not very good. It's a very bad motor.
really, was it really? I mean,
Yeah,
I know-
the Chrysler V10 was based on the 318, and it has issues with dropping valves, and you also can drop the rods right through the bottom of the motor.
yeah. That's,
So yeah,
that's probably not a good thing.
it's not a good thing. Now the Cummins diesel cockroaches will be driving a Cummins diesel. So
Welcome
Yeah,
to
those
Gunk
things are, like,
Conga,
indestructible.
Caroline Nigra. Welcome to the family.
Okay, here we are. All right, so we are ending early. I need to get to sleep, and so what we're gonna do now, and I'm absolutely adoring John doing karaoke. So we have a couple of clips of that.
as Depp.
Deppioki. So with a little video component.
I
so-
would go with Sophie. Oh, you put a component.
Oh my God.
I think Sophie's a better one.
Hey, June. That old dog has chained you up all right. I'll give you everything you need to live inside a twisted cage, sleep beside an empty rage. I had a dream I was your hero. Damn. I wish I was your lover. I'll rock you till the daylight comes. You are smiling and warm. I am everything. Tonight I'll be your mother. I'll do such things to ease your pain. You're mine and you won't feel the shame. Oh. Oh. Open up on the inside. I wanna feel you up. I'm gonna make you cry. This monkey can't stand to see you black and blue. And enjoy.
Is this the Amber Heard?
Yeah.
Oh, God, these are horrible. These are absolutely horrible.
Baby head. I can feel you watching in the night. When I feel cold, you warm me.
This is what he does in hour 17 of the Depp.
And when I feel I can't go on, come and hold me. It's you and me forever. Sarah. Won't smile at me, Sarah. Oh, won't you smile for me, Sarah, please?
Holy mother of God.
Baby
I
head.
can't hear it again. I gotta close it.
With
That's what he does when his shows only run 7 hours and he still has an hour to fill.
This reminds me of $15
Frank
loan
the
to
Tank.
Walmart.
60% of the time works every time.
Gina Bobina, I'm puckering.
Classic Bobina.
All right. I love you all. Like and subscribe. Please make sure you go to DJ's Classic Garage and like and subscribe to him so we can finally get him monetized.
Yes, please.
And
We'll
yeah,
do an AMA.
Friday. And so you'll announce when you're doing your AMA about Mopars, and he's gonna go
Over anything, actually. Yeah, anything car related. That's fine.
He's going to go live one day soon. So, guys, have a wonderful night. Your Moniki has to go to sleepy time, and we'll see you anon. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.